So you've done your research and you want to become an Airbnb host, but you don't own a piece of property. This situation is becoming true for more and more people because more and more people are renting, especially in the United States and especially among young people. So if you're a renter, you need to bring your landlord on board and make sure he's okay with you becoming an Airbnb host. For some people, this isn't an issue because the landlord is already giving you free reign or already knows you well and lets you do whatever or is absent. But for some, you need to have a conversation with the landlord, let them know what you're going to do. And this can be challenging. So in this video, we're going to talk about the things that you need to say to sell yourself as a good Airbnb host, and someone's going to take care of the property so they give you the thumbs up to let you do what you want to do on Airbnb. All right, so the first thing that you should bring up is if anything happens that they have legal and liability protection with Airbnb. So when you go have that conversation, go to the Airbnb website and print out the Airbnb insurance that they provide and show the landlord, look, if something happens in the house, this is a protection that you're going to have. And it's really good protection. And show them with with a piece of paper. And they're going to feel much better about having different people from wherever come and stay at their house, right? The next thing is landlords are very, very busy people. And if you basically show them that you're going to be basically a free property manager for them, and they don't have to worry about the house anymore, this is a great thing. You say something like, look, I'm going to be an Airbnb host. You don't need to worry about the house anymore. Any damages now agree on a value, any damages to the house that are under, say, $500 or maintenance issues or anytime that there's snow or anytime, I'm going to take care of it. You don't have to worry about these things. This is great because they're busy. And if you take a workload off of them, awesome. They're going to be all for it, okay? And the next thing is to show them how much better you are incentivized to maintain the property, okay? It's one thing to say, oh, I'm a clean person, I'll take care of your property. It's another thing to say, I'm going to take care of your property because I'm incentivized to financially, okay? When I'm taking care of you'll talk to your landlord, you say, look, I'm going to be in their house. I'm incentivized to keep the property clean every single day. I'm going to improve it, and by the time we're done, you're going to have a better piece of property because by doing this, I'm able to charge higher rents, makes me more money, and it brings more value to your property. If you say something like that, your landlord is going to stop doing things like this. You're going to start doing more of this, right? And if you present these things well and you sell them right and you're professional and you've been a good renter beforehand. By the way, if you haven't been a good renter this whole time, and you ask all these things, it's not going to matter because he knows you, and maybe you shouldn't be an Airbnb host because you've been a slob in this house, right? So be a good renter first, and then bring these things up, right? Number one, you're protected with insurance. Number two, your workload as a landlord goes down. I'm going to take care of the property. Number three, the property is going to be maintained better because you're financially incentivized to do so. And if the landlord is a reasonable, good person, you sell yourself that way, you're really not going to have any issues.